Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to discuss something that holds each and every one of us back from achieving our true potential. It's that version of yourself that many of us carry around, the weak version. You know the one I'm referring to, the part of you that doubts your abilities, the voice that complains when challenges arise, the internal dialogue that makes excuses instead of taking action. It's time to confront this version of yourself. It's time to let go of the limitations it imposes and step boldly into the greatness that is within your grasp. Fear is an insidious weapon that your weak self wields against you. It creeps in quietly, planting seeds of self-doubt that sprout into paralyzing obstacles in your path. Fear whispers in your ear, telling you that you'll inevitably fail, that you're not capable enough, and that you should settle for mediocrity because pursuing what you truly desire is just too risky. And too often we find ourselves listening to this chatter. We allow fear to take the driver's seat in our lives, dictating our choices and shaping our destinies. But here's the undeniable truth. Fear is nothing but a deceiver, a mirage that distorts our reality. While it may feel tangible, its strength is directly correlated to the energy we invest in it. Reflect on the moments when fear has held you back. The job application you didn't submit because you believed you weren't qualified, the opportunity you turned down out of fear of improper rejection, the dreams you allowed to fade because you couldn't envision a path to success. Fear flourishes on your hesitation, becoming a formidable force that grows stronger every time you give in. Before you know it, it morphs into a habit. You begin to internalize the lies it feeds you, ultimately resigning to a life that's far less fulfilling than the one you are capable of living. However, let me offer you a glimmer of hope. On the other side of fear lies unbridled freedom. Each time you confront fear directly and choose to push through, you diminish its power over you. When you take that initial step, even with trembling knees, you validate your strength and prove to yourself that fear does not have authority over your life. Remember, fear can only inhibit you if you allow it to. The truth is, you don't need to have all the answers at your disposal. You don't require guarantees before taking the leap. What you truly need is unwavering faith in yourself and the courage to take risks despite the uncertainty. Fear is a constant presence in our lives, but it doesn't have to dictate your choices or define your journey. Growth and personal development never occur within the confines of comfort. Yet so many of us cling to it like a life raft in a turbulent sea. We remain in jobs that fail to inspire us, in relationships that drain our energy, and in routines that keep us stuck on autopilot because they feel familiar. Comfort provides an illusion of safety, but it is, in fact, a trap that lulls you into believing that staying in your current situation is preferable to risking failure or the pain of rejection. The reality is that true fulfillment lies beyond that comfort zone, waiting for you to take bold steps into the unknown. Here's the hard truth. Nothing worthwhile ever comes without significant effort, and that effort often entails discomfort. Growth is inherently tied to the willingness to stretch beyond familiar boundaries. Discomfort is the necessary price of transformation. Consider the journey of a seed. It must break apart within the dark, constricting soil before it can push through to reach the warmth of the sunlight. This same process of upheaval and emergence applies to your life. The challenges you face, the failures you experience, and the obstacles you surmount are all integral components of your personal growth. Yet your more hesitant self will often push back against this notion. It will whisper that it's perfectly fine to remain in your current situation, that the struggle of exerting yourself isn't worth the potential reward. Don't heed this voice. Every time you opt for comfort instead of challenge, you deprive yourself of the opportunity to uncover what you are truly capable of achieving. Stepping outside of your comfort zone doesn't imply making reckless or impulsive decisions. Rather, it involves taking calculated risks that align with your values and aspirations. It's about embracing opportunities that ignite a sense of fear or uncertainty, recognizing that these feelings are indications of growth on the horizon. Understand that the discomfort you encounter is usually temporary, while the growth you cultivate can be profound and lasting. The more you challenge yourself to confront new experiences, the more resilient, skilled, and self-assured you become. While this journey is not without its difficulties, it is ultimately necessary. You cannot evolve into the person you are destined to become while remaining locked in the same familiar space. Growth necessitates movement. which begins at the moment you push past the confines of your comfort zone. Moreover, toxic influences can act as some of the most subtle yet potent barriers to becoming your best self. These influences manifest in various forms. Negative individuals who drain your energy without uplifting you, environments that stifle your creativity and ambition, and habits that trap you in a repetitive cycle of mediocrity. They often do not announce themselves loudly. Instead, they infiltrate your life quietly, masquerading as comfort, familiarity, or even misplaced loyalty. However, it's crucial to recognize that these toxic influences serve as shackles that hold you back when you should be soaring. Take a moment to reflect on the people you surround yourself with. Are they inspiring you and lifting you to new heights, or are they dragging you down? Do they support your dreams, encourage your growth, and celebrate your achievements? Or do they sow seeds of doubt, discourage your aspirations, and fixate on limitations? Toxic individuals thrive on negativity, and the longer you allow them to remain in your life, the more their energy can seep into your own. Similarly, environments can profoundly impact your mindset. A toxic workplace, for instance, can erode your confidence and motivation, making it incredibly challenging to perform at your best. Recognizing and distancing yourself from these influences is essential for fostering an atmosphere that nurtures growth and positivity. Only then can you truly unleash your potential and embark on a transformative journey toward the life you desire. And then there are your habits, those daily practices and choices that either elevate you or drag you down. Perhaps you find yourself procrastinating crucial tasks, overindulging in distractions, or constantly comparing your journey to others. While these behaviors may seem benign in the moment, they accumulate over time, forming a cycle that traps you in a state of mediocrity and unfulfilled potential. To foster genuine growth, it's imperative to guard your energy with fierce determination. This involves summoning the courage to establish clear boundaries, even when doing so feels uncomfortable or confrontational. It means having the wisdom to detach from people, environments, and behaviors that no longer align with your purpose or values. This act isn't selfish, it's essential for your well-being. By eliminating toxic influences, you create a fertile ground for positivity, personal development, and long-term success. The journey of transformation is rarely straightforward or easy, but the freedom and clarity you gain in the process make every challenging decision worthwhile. Embracing change may come with uncertainty, but it also opens doors to new opportunities and experiences that can enrich your life. Discipline serves as the foundation for every significant achievement, yet mastering it is often one of the toughest challenges we face. Your weaker self, which seeks comfort and immediate gratification, continually battles against the demands of discipline. It urges you to hit the snooze button instead of rising early, to forego your workouts for just one more day, or to delay completing the work that you know is essential. This inner dialogue can feel so convincing, tempting you to surrender to temporary ease. While discipline is not innate for most of us, it acts as the crucial bridge between your current self and the person you aspire to become. Without discipline, your aspirations remain mere fantasies, drifting further away from the realm of reality. It's important to understand that discipline is not synonymous with motivation. Motivation can be an exhilarating force, but it is inherently fleeting. It comes and goes like a passing breeze. Discipline, on the other hand, is steadfast. It propels you forward even when you lack enthusiasm or feel overwhelmed. It's about honoring commitments to yourself day after day, regardless of how tired, busy, or uninspired you might feel. Embracing discipline means building resilience and consistency, which are key to turning your dreams into tangible realities. Achieving your goals is fundamentally about making choices that resonate with your aspirations, especially when the tempting allure of the easier path looms before you. Discipline is not just a trait, it is a series of deliberate, consistent actions that together weave a tapestry of momentum. This momentum can be the catalyst that transforms even the smallest daily efforts into significant, life-changing results. There are no shortcuts to cultivating discipline. It is forged through thoughtful decisions made in each moment. You don't simply wake up one morning with impeccable self-control. Rather, you can choose to take one disciplined step today and then follow it with another tomorrow. Over time, these singular choices accumulate, evolving into steadfast habits that ultimately define your character and drive your achievements. Discipline, contrary to popular belief, is not a form of restriction. It is a powerful form of liberation. It frees you from the chaos of uncertainty and indecision, replacing it with clarity and purpose. Through discipline, you gain control over your time, energy, and life direction. You're sending a profound message to yourself. Your goals, dreams, and future are deserving of your commitment and effort. When this belief is acted upon, the possibilities become endless. At the core of everything you will ever accomplish lies an unwavering belief in your own capabilities. Without this fundamental belief, other factors like skills, talent, and resources may hold little weight. You can possess all the right tools, but if self-doubt dominates your mind, you will remain paralyzed, unable to take the necessary first steps toward success. The weaker part of yourself thrives on skepticism. It persistently questions your abilities, amplifies your flaws, and suggests that you're unprepared or unworthy. Listening to this self-doubt will only keep you stagnant, witnessing life unfold while others take decisive action and move ahead. Believing in yourself isn't synonymous with arrogance. Instead, it is a quiet yet powerful confidence that stems from recognizing your inherent worth and potential. It involves understanding that you have a unique contribution to make to the world, even if it's not yet acknowledged by others. This belief often begins as a small ember, a first leap of faith taken amidst uncertainty. It's about trusting your capability to learn, grow, and adapt as you face challenges. However, belief must be actively translated into action. If you truly believe in your potential for greatness, your daily actions must reflect that conviction. Present yourself as someone who reveres their dreams, labor as if you are meant for more, and communicate as though your voice has significance. As you consistently act in alignment with your beliefs, those convictions will deepen. The reality is, no one will wholeheartedly support your journey until you demonstrate belief in yourself. Others can sense this self-assuredness. It shines through your demeanor, engages others, and influences their perception of you. Moreover, belief is infectious. When you wholeheartedly embrace your own power, you also empower those around you to do the same. Success is not delivered on a platter. It is earned through persistent effort. This process is often where many stumble. It's easy to fall into the trap of waiting for the perfect moment, the ideal opportunity, or for someone to hand you your dreams. But the truth is, success doesn't just come by chance. It is something you must fight for, day in and day out, especially when the odds seem insurmountable. Your weaker self may suggest taking the path of least resistance, rationalizing shortcuts and excuses. However, the reality is that the easy route leads nowhere meaningful. True success demands dedication, sacrifice, and an unwavering commitment to persistence. It challenges you to show up, even on days filled with reluctance, to put in effort when no one is watching, and to forge ahead when every fiber of your being screams to quit. The journey toward success is seldom glamorous. It is often chaotic, exhausting, and thankless. Yet every bit of effort you pour into your pursuits brings you closer to the life you envision. This journey will inevitably be fraught with setbacks. You will encounter failures, face rejection, and navigate obstacles that blindside you. These moments of adversity are not designed to break you. Rather, they are there to strengthen and build your resilience. Each setback is a lesson, an opportunity to grow more formidable. The real question is not whether challenges will arise. It's whether you will allow them to deter you or fuel your determination to move forward. Success is about making conscious choices every day. It exists in the small, consistent actions that, over time, compound into something remarkable. It's about actively deciding to rise above distractions, excuses, and self-doubt. No one will hand you the life